What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a look at this 2024 Infiniti QX60. This one is an autograph all-wheel drive, finished off in deep Bordeaux. MSRP is about $69,500. So we're gonna take a look at this vehicle, see what we got going on underneath the hood. So if I just find the latch real quick, underneath the hood, this is gonna pack the naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6. The 6-cylinder is pumping out 295 horsepower with 270 pound-feet of torque, paired to the 9-speed automatic, and of course does have that all-wheel drive system. This can also tow about 6,000 pounds. So if we take a look at the exterior styling, you have a really cool look overall. Definitely a lot of nice curves and lines. The headlights are finished off in a cool smoked out housing design. Got the nice LED turn signal and the cool DRL up above. And I like how it cuts into this grille. So we have a really nice chrome trim design surrounding it, Infiniti written out, got your Infiniti badge along with a forward facing camera, and then all that chrome trim up above. It's a pretty bold looking SUV, definitely kind of in your face, very cool looking. We have a nice trim piece, all of your parking sensors, some plastic trim down below with some gray color, more openings down below as well. Overall, it comes together nicely. I think it's a pretty bold looking, stylish, luxury focused SUV. Got some lines on the hood as well, just to give it some more width and aggression to it. Very nice sculpture surrounding it. Really comes together very well. Now at the side profile, we have a nice set of 20-inch wheels, multi-spoke design with that two-tone color. You can also see how this black trim surrounds the fender arch. There's some smooth lines surrounding the side profile as well. And I like how the side, you can see Infiniti in that chrome trim, and then more of that plastic just connecting those fender flares. You're gonna see the black color along the mirror, integrated turn signal, some body colored, as well as a camera. Got a chrome and body color on the door handles, and then more chrome trim surrounding these windows. I also really like the two-tone design for this particular spec. The blacked out roof really gives it a classy appearance. And I like how the trim fades away in back, giving this kind of a low-slung, laid-back look. Kind of looks like a Range Rover or a Lincoln. So pretty neat, the design overall. Black roof with the panoramic sunroof as well. I think it really comes together. Now in back, you're gonna see the integrated spoiler, all black trim, and a good looking set of LED taillights. They're integrated into the bodywork nice with a smoked out design. Got a black trim piece connecting them, all of your badging back here. And you can see just smooth lines throughout this bodywork. Now I like how that plastic trim continues around, but now we have the silver and the body color. So it kind of gives it a sportier look and yet a rugged vibe back here. See all your trailer hitch connections as well. And overall, the rear end complements the rest of the design. Definitely a very stylish looking vehicle. Now with the key fob, I can just tap and hold the trunk release button. We're gonna pop open that lift gate. So the 3-row with them up, you can see there still is quite a lot of space back here. So definitely a nice and roomy, practical vehicle. If we pull this open, we have a lot of hidden storage space as well. And then from back here, you can manually pull these open or go ahead and fold them down. And just lifting that up, we can push these seats down very easily. So with the second row up, you're still gonna get a ton of storage space in here to make this a very practical SUV. And I like how you have buttons. Just go ahead and press in those. These are gonna automatically go back up. So good blend with manual and automatic controls. Power liftgate, and go ahead and close that back. And then entering through the side, let's go ahead and move right on to the third row. You can press this button. Seat's gonna get out of the way quickly. You can push it forward just a little bit more. And then back here, you have the 2 seats with a little bit of space in the center. There's also USBs, armrests along with your cup holders, and then just popping those back up. So climbing back here, the seats themselves are a little low on the floor. So at 5'11", my legs are kind of up in the air. However, you can recline them, which really helps out. So now sitting back here, I'm actually sitting pretty comfortably. My head is not touching the ceiling. Got air vents back here as well. And if I do go ahead and pull this seat back, you know, while your legroom is a little on the cramped side, a full-grown adult can absolutely sit back here. 2 guys back here, honestly, not the worst thing in the world. So honestly, pretty practical. Pressing that button, it moves up, and then we can easily slide it out of the way. So for being not the biggest 3-row, this is practical. We had one of these for my brother's wedding, actually, and we had 6 guys in here driving around all morning, and we all fit fine. So I'm very impressed. You genuinely do have practical size. Second row, you're going to see this really nice graphite leather all throughout it. Really cool stitching design and piping. Really cool attention to detail. So the captain chairs have the armrests on them. This whole center console is removable. So we have cup holders and storage. You can pull a handle up here and the whole thing will pop right out. So climbing back here now, there are climate controls that are going to come up. Fan speed, heated seats, all of your different zones and temperatures. You have plugs and storage. And there's even manual sunshades. Air vents up on the ceiling. Now these seats are going to slide forwards and all the way back. And of course you can recline them, which really makes it comfortable. So not even remotely an issue sitting back here. Plenty of headroom. Definitely a nice comfortable place to be. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the driver's seat now. So opening up the door, of course you're gonna have the smart key that'll unlock everything. But we have some nice padding for the armrest, grab handle, window and mirror controls, this dark wood trim in silver, memory seat controls, Bose audio system, and then a nice illuminated door sill. You have all your power controls on the seats, along with massage functions, heated and ventilated. This is all real leather too. So nice to see them using real materials. We have autograph right in the leather as well. So pretty cool looking interior. And then hopping inside, keeping my foot on the brake, let's go ahead and fire it up. Got a nice smooth black leather steering wheel with a flat bottom design, contrast stitching and silver trim. And then you have the full digital gauge cluster. So if we take a look in here, you can tap this icon right here to change the design, get a little bit more conventional one. However, this one for sure is really nice to see, especially if you're using the navigation. You will get a full screen nav on here as well. Going through settings, you can see all sorts of different things, and then continuing down, there's even more items you're able to adjust. Continuing over, you can see a few more, speed limit sign, things like that, safety sensors, audio, navigation, car information will pop up as well, and then you can continue over for a few more items. We have cruise control and distance pacing on the right side, Bluetooth and audio. There are paddle shifters for the 9-speed. You have the stalk on the right side for all the windshield wipers, headlights on the left. Then we have your steering intervention, the heads-up display settings, along with your tailgate release. So you got more of this quilted leather material, heads-up display, and I like on this passenger side, you're gonna see more of the quilted leather, that wood trim. So really cool looking interior. Now, taking a look at the screen now, we can also configure it using the buttons down here. Our home screen, you can easily control left and right, just like any Nissan or Infiniti. You have all your phone integration, of course, information, audio, the navigation system pops up. There's Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And then going ahead and putting it into reverse, we get a nice size backup camera with a top-down view. Putting it back into park. The shortcut right here for your camera, you can see a front view now with a top-down. You can toggle it to see a few different designs. So really nice tech, very simple to use. Down here, you're also gonna see some audio controls, heated steering wheel, dual zone temperature you can easily adjust, and this is basically a big haptic feedback design. So you just tap the screen, you can probably hear that click. All your different modes, fan speeds, rear climate controls you're able to adjust as well. So it makes it very simple. And then one thing very cool, if you go into this screen, you can find your massage seat settings and adjust them. And whenever you do make an adjustment using these buttons on the side, it'll actually pop up with the motion you're going. So really cool to see just how simple that all works. We have wireless phone charging and storage, your drive mode indicators right here, so you can easily adjust how you'd like the car to perform for you. And then we have the auto start stop, auto hold along with that brake, and then you can see some shortcuts for the screen, so you don't always have to use the actual touchscreen. So if you just want to not reach for it, pretty nice the way everything is laid out. Then we can just back out of everything, of course, hit whatever you need to hit. We have some more silver trim, cup holders, nice leather all throughout this with stitching, and then a pretty large center console. Nice size glove box over here as well, and it's all lined in more of a vinyl material down here with the real leather on the seats. But pretty nice interior overall. It does have a good fit and finish, especially for the price. We have a huge sunshade up here. You have all of your controls, dome lights, sunglass holder, and this is going to give you an LCD camera, so you can see your rear view mirror or that nice screen. With all that said, let's take this for a spin. All right, so setting off now in the QX60, just in normal auto mode, giving it some light throttle, up to speed just like that. You know, being a big V6 like this, a very reliable V6, honestly, it's a pretty solid power plant to where it just feels like a nice normal SUV to drive. As far as the creature comforts, things like that, this is really comfortable. You don't really hear any wind or road noise. These seats are super comfortable. The leather is nice and soft. You really, you know, are sinking into this seat comfortably. No issues at all. We've taken a few of these on 10-hour road trips. We're taking this to Michigan as well. Not even an issue. This is a great car just to rack up miles in. You know, when you're going on some sharper turns or even some sweeping turns like this, it's a pretty confident ride too. You know, if you need to pass some, you know, fast moving traffic or something, move around, make maneuvers, this is a confident, nice to drive vehicle to where it can do what you need to do. You can floor it, get around somebody, and no big deal. It's got a very nice suspension, it's super stable, and yet it's very soft and very good ride quality overall. Great view out the windshield. You can see those contours in the hood. It is a little unique, getting used to like the bump in the center, so kind of interesting. Mirrors all do a great job. I love having the camera in the rear view. That is fantastic. And then over your left and right shoulders, nothing too crazy for blind spots. Of course, you can move the second row a little bit to get those headrests out of the way, but honestly, very easy SUV to just get used to. Materials all feel nice. Like the leather on the steering wheel is so soft, very nice to feel. Armrests are super soft, great place to be. And the ergonomics are pretty simple. You know, touching these controls, the haptic feedback I really like. It's not just touchscreen where sometimes it's kind of hard to find. You can press it, you gotta give it a little bit of a press and it'll do the function. So you can't just accidentally touch a bunch of stuff. So I like the user interface like that. Same with having touchscreen and everything on the center screen. I think it just makes this simple to use and yet nice enough to feel like, you know, a luxury car. So it's got a pretty cool blend to it. Ride quality is really nice. You know, if we hit these big train tracks, of course, that's a big bump. That hurts in some crappy cars. This thing takes it like a champ, super solid. So really nice. You know, we've had probably 5 or 6 of these at this point. You know, maybe this is the 3rd Infiniti QX60 we've tested, and we've had a few Nissan Pathfinders, which is the same vehicle underneath. And my wife and I have been very impressed with them. They just seems like nice, high quality luxury SUVs without breaking the bank. And this doesn't feel too bulky. And again, that third row is genuinely practical. We had 6 guys in here for my brother's wedding, driving around town all morning, and nobody complained. Everyone was very impressed with the comfort aspect and just how kind of nice this car is. So this is a useful family SUV, but it doesn't feel like a Tahoe. It's not that big. So it's easy to park, easy to maneuver, and you just kind of feel right at home regardless of what vehicles you're used to. So I like it. I think it's got good ride quality, a lot of good characteristics to offer. Different price points too for the Infiniti version, and if you want to tone it down, the Pathfinder is going to give you a lot of the same characteristics. And of course, it still is a rugged SUV, so a little bit of off-pavement driving, no big deal. Towing, I mean, you can do a lot in a luxury SUV like this. You know, the steering is light, good turning circle, good turning radius in general. Hard SUV to complain with. Not the crazy most powerful thing out there. It doesn't have a performance drivetrain. However, like I said in the beginning, it's got enough pep to get up to speed, do what you need to do, and just feel like a confident luxury SUV.